up, if your hands are not too busy, jam those hands together as we make welcome Mr. Osamede Uwubamwen to give the opening address.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. The SSA to the President on Digital Engagement and Communication. The DG APCON ably represented. The DG Man, Trustee of Advan, President Advertisers Associations, the secretarial groups, CMOs in the house, heads of advertising agencies, our able committee. Thank you for your good work. Brand journalists, ladies and gentlemen. My role this evening is to welcome you to this event. But as you know, I have a lot to say about the industry. Please permit me, as I welcome you, I would like to throw so much light on ongoings in the industry. Every year, as Advan, we recognize the best among us for the great work they have done. This year is no exception. We have received unprecedented numbers of entries, and I would like to say a big thank you to the Professor Bola Joko-led award committee for taking out time to do a good job and to get our winners for today. We are honored, Professor and the team. The Advan Africa Award for Marketing Excellence is the only award that is for advertisers, by advertisers in the industry. I would like to throw more light on this because there are a lot of awards that you see. This is the only award in Nigeria that those that did the job are recognizing themselves. So you get a lot of people giving awards. They are awarding other people for jobs they have done or what they have seen. But in the room today, we have those that have done the actual work for their brands, and they have been recognized for those jobs they have done. It's right and it's proper to differentiate so that people understand that where you are right now is the one and the only award in Nigeria where the advertisers, the marketers award themselves for a great job. Please give yourself a round of applause. I'm aware we have in the room today people from different sectors of the advertising industry. We also have people from other walks of life present at this occasion. And it gives us an opportunity to address the elephant in the room. As we celebrate, we are aware that the industry is not what it should be. Often people say, what is happening in the industry? I would like to clearly state, we know the industry is not perfect, and it has not been for a long time. But the chaos of today cannot continue. There are those who argue that self-regulation have not worked and will not work. But I will say, as an industry, we are growing. We have more advertisers now than before. We have more agencies in our food. We have more people working. And that, to me, is a hallmark of an industry that is growing. And so we should all recognize that fact and be glad and be proud of what we have done. So there is chaos, but there is growth. We always talk about the other side. We never, ever say to ourselves, well done, good job, we're growing, and we'll continue to grow. I would like to throw some bit of light onto how we got here. And I'm privileged to be one of those that can speak clearly on the issues. And the reason is, I know how it started, and I know where it started. So, Owan had some challenges getting money paid from the media buying side. And they wanted to get a document that would become something that will help them work effectively with the media buying side, and they get their payment. I know because questions were asked and I contributed and I was part of the conversation. But when I saw ISOP become something that became an industry, I don't know what to say to it. Something became something that was meant to regulate everything we do. I was very sad, because I know the origin of what had happened, and I know how it became something now as an industry. So, brands, agencies, loggerheads, agencies, regulators, brands, loggerhead, just to bring some context to the conversation. I know how it all started, and it pained me so much, because I am now seated at something I knew when it was being formulated, something that what it was meant to do, and what it later became was not something it was meant for. I've been asked, was Advan in the room when they were having those conversations? I would love, if possible, I've asked the guys in charge to page some of the headings or highlights that we sent in to that committee. When we shared those things with the advertiser sectorial groups, they all wondered why nothing that we sent in got into the end product. And the reason is because the end product was already formulated before the start of the conversation. Because everybody that had seen the document we sent in 7 pages. I was also part of the committee of Advan then. I was not in the ESCO that said we should sit down and put a write-up. So we sent in those conversations, and nothing was taken. And why am I making clear to people seated in the room? Because a lot of people have many views about what's going on. They ask questions. I was part of the call when the last ESCO shared that document with the CMOs. I wasn't the CMO's call. Somebody asked in that meeting, Advan, where were you when this happened to us? I was on that call. So the first pushback on ISOP was not from this ESCO. It was from the last ESCO of a great president that was in charge of Advan. They pushed back. This ESCO is pushing back, and I know the next ESCOs will also push back. The issue sits at the heart of what we do. So, as Advan, we work with agencies. We work with them based on contracts. What the ISOP document is telling us, if I want to get an agency, how much will I pay the agency to come for pitch? It's all stated there, 1.5 million. When I get the agency, I'm supposed to pay a certain percentage. For some agencies, they have as high as 20%. So I get an agency, and I'm just saying, please clap 1 million, I'm giving you 200,000. Non-negotiable. The high point of it is you pay that in a given number of days. It does not end there. You cannot fire the agency except you follow ISOP. A very, very big issue arose in industry based on firing. One of our brands had issues with their agency, and they had to let go of the agency. I know why I'm stating this, because a lot of people have approached me, and it's an audience for me to tell people, everybody in the room, what is going on. They approached me, and they said, what is going on? And that's why I'm explaining. The agency had issues with the client had agency had issues with the agency, and they let the agency go. The brand, as we speak today, have no marketing budget because they were asked to stop every form of marketing. Imagine you sit in the marketing team and you have no budget. You are at the mercy of the organization because they are paying you for free. You don't even know if you have a job tomorrow morning. It's as bad as that. They have no single marketing budget because they have been asked not to do marketing, and their owners have refused not to give them marketing budget for that reason. So they have none. The brand had made complaints, had their reasons, and they were asked, you know what, just stop marketing or just go and pay them. You cannot fire them without paying them. It's pertinent to note that we are not against reforms, but we are against coming out with reforms that become, you cannot do anything, you cannot work. I sit on a brand, how I'm going to hire agencies, how I'm going to pay agencies, what I pay agencies, how I'm going to let go of agencies. These are contract terms, well stated in the contract. So that is where the issue started from. And as Advan, we had said, please and please and please, this is not what it should be. We need to have a conversation. We need to sit down and have a dialogue on this. While we were trying to have dialogue, a tribunal was set up. The tribunal is ready and set up with members. So the next thing that would happen to one of us is you would have to face a tribunal. And in the law, there's a jail term. Please go and read it. There's a jail term for anybody or a fine if they are lenient with you. I just want to then say some few words before I leave. And I want to appeal to people. And I'm going to be specific. To the agencies, we need to work as a team. Slogan used to be partnership. I don't know what the slogan is now. I don't know. That is the slogan, Mr. President, but I don't know what the slogan is now. Because partnership, that means I don't work, I don't have a voice, I don't have a contract that I can write. I don't know how that partnership would be. To those that have been members of Advan executives in the past, I would please appeal that you should stand up and be counted on behalf of Advan now. Show to yourself, prove to the rest of the world that Advan service is a calling. I see some people here that have been Advan members, ESCOs in the past. I'm honored to have you guys here. We need you now more than before. Because this is his time to please stand up for that which you believe in. For those of us in the room that have moved to the agency side, well, I was told in one of the meetings that they are waiting for me to come to the agency side. And I said to the person, you're not my God. And my steps are guided by God. I don't know what I will do after I leave or retire, but please don't preempt me. So for those in the agency side, please be honest and tell them. So those that were the client side and have moved to agency side, please be honest and tell them that as a head of marketing, you cannot take that document to your MD. Payment policy is a board resolution. Payment terms are not governed by us. They are not done for a certain sector or a group in the organization. You cannot change or legislate terms in-house. To my current Advan executives, please, wherever you are, I would love you to stand on your feet because you are the MVPs. Please, guys, stand up. Otega, please stand up. Idiri, please stand up. Obum, please stand up. Please, wherever you are. Please, a round of applause. When people call my name, They don't understand the team I am leading. These are guys that are committed to the brands. Every single day I get calls and they say, Mr. President. I said, Kulu temper. Kept on. People ask, a lot of people feel it's me. But these people behind, these people with this, in this ESCO, please, if you have encountered any of them, you know what I'm talking about. These are guys that are passionate about their brands. And to every other person, before I leave, I would like to define who we are in Advan, including those guys that just took a round of ovation. We don't own the brands we work for. We don't own it. We will get no raise. We will get no dividend. We will get no bonus. But I can tell you one thing. We are committed to these brands. We love and we are passionate about these brands. So even though we are friends with you on any divide, on any side, trust me, we won't let you turn marketing or advertising into what it has become. A place where friends can't be friends anymore, where people can't have honest conversations, where people see the truth and want to shy from it. Please let me not turn everything to be so moody. I'm happy to welcome you to this event to celebrate our great teams with great work. Please feel free to mingle and welcome to 2023 Advan Awards. Thank you.